Yeah, boy. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is your friend Cartman. Now, I've had a lot of you guys ask me to make some sort of rushing guide on how to follow what you need to upgrade if you want to strategic rush, or if you just want to straight up rush. And it's really up to you on how strategic you want to be. But there are a few key buildings that if you're planning to go to Town Hall 17, you need to make sure that you're upgrading. So we're going to go here on one of my Town Hall 11 bases. I wanted to go here because that is where we get the Eagle. And if you're not Town Hall 17, obviously you need to make sure you're prioritizing the Eagle. And now this is a maxed out base that I have. But still, we can follow the buildings here in the how I've broke it down here in this village. So, and I can put this link in the description so that you guys can copy this if you want this to prioritize. But as you can see right here, now if you're in an earlier Town Hall, you may not have the Hero Hall yet, but you will eventually. And those are going to go hand in hand with your Town Hall. You can't upgrade the Town Hall for the most part without your Hero Hall being upgraded. So I've got those two starting out. Then I've got our builders. Now, if you're starting out, your goal, you need to get those 5 builders no matter what it costs. You know, and they start out 250 gems, 500 gems, 1,000 gems, 2,000 gems. So it's going to take quite a while to grind out these 5 builders. And when you're starting out the game and you're doing clan games starting at Town Hall 6, you're better off converting all of those rewards to gems so that you can get your 5th builder if you don't have it already. A book of building, a book of heroes, all those books aren't going to do you much at the lower Town Halls. Your upgrades are really short. So prioritize getting gems, completing achievements, removing obstacles, getting your gem mine going in the builder base. All those things help you achieve gems, which are going to help you unlock these builders, which in turn are going to let you progress faster and faster. And then your offensive buildings are going to be your next priority here. So we've got the army camps, we've got your clan castle, we've got your barracks, we've got your lab, we got your spell factories, we have your blacksmith when you get high enough, and we have the helper hut. Now you may not have all of these depending on what Town Hall level you are, that's fine, but you want to prioritize these offensive upgrades. That's what's going to give you power. And when you're rushing, your offensive power is what's going to carry you. Your defense is not. So you want to make sure you're upgrading all the offensive buildings that you can. Now, when you're rushing and you're upgrading your lab, your barracks, those things, you need to pick one army, at the most 2 that you're going to prioritize those troops, because your lab's going to be way behind. I would suggest some type of dragon army. The dragons are strong from the time they're implemented in the game at Town Hall 7 all the way to Town Hall 17. It's a viable attack strategy at every single level. Once you get to Town Hall 17, you can start expanding to some different armies if you want. But just prioritize those dragons. Prioritize maybe your goblins, so you can get sneaky goblins later on. But that's kind of what I would do in the lab. Now, you don't want to forget about these storages, your gold storage, your elixir storage, your dark elixir storage. Those are going to handicap you along the way if you don't upgrade them. So you're going to have to stop. You're going to have to upgrade those storages so you can hold enough loot to do some of your higher cost upgrades later on. Now, I would start somewhere probably around Town Hall 11 if you haven't. You need to start prioritizing 4 of your archer towers and 4 of your cannons if you're going to Town Hall 17. That's because you're going to need to merge these later on in the game to be multi-archer towers and ricochet cannons before you can go to Town Hall 17. So I'd start that Town Hall 10, Town Hall 11, just so you don't have all those levels to do at once. You can work on them earlier than Town Hall 11, obviously, as well. Now, on defense, you also need to prioritize your Eagle. It needs to be getting maxed out every single Town Hall after it's introduced, because at Town Hall 17, it's going to merge with the Town Hall. If it's not maxed out at level 7, you won't be able to go to Town Hall 17. So make sure your Eagle, you're prioritizing it. It will start to be a long upgrade. You may want to have a magic item for it once it gets to the later stages, but you want to make sure you don't ignore it. It needs to be upgraded if you're going to rush to Town Hall 17. Now, as far as how strategic you want to be, how rushed you want to be, you want to start upgrading some of your strategic defenses if you want to be less rushed. That would be your expos, that'd be your inferno towers. At Town Hall 13, that's going to be your scatter shots. your spell towers, any of these key defensive buildings, the monolith at Town Hall 15. Now, it just depends on how fast you want to get to Town Hall 17 and how rushed you want to be. So if you want to be less rushed, I'd prioritize some of these defensive buildings, get them up a few levels before you are moving on. Now, if you don't care about that and you just want to get to Town Hall 17 as quickly as possible, don't upgrade the expos, the inferno towers, the scatter shots, the monolith. Just ignore those and just put them on your base. So you have some flexibility. I mean, there's no wrong way to do this. It's how you want this journey to be. So I want to stress that to you guys, that you don't have to do it just one way. But if you want to have a little better defensive power to hold your own in CW and stuff, I'd probably recommend at least upgrading these key defensive buildings a few levels. Now, here in the middle of the base, I put our heroes, and I put collectors, mines, and the drills. Now, I've worked on the collectors and mines and drills kind of in between just filler upgrades. They're usually short. It helps get you some passive loot, but you don't have to. You don't have to prioritize these at all. It's really up to you. And the same thing with your heroes. If you want to work on some of your heroes along the way, you can. If you want to wait to Town Hall 17, you can. Either way is fine. If an event comes up, like when we had Summer Jam come up and we were saving 25% time on Dark Elixir upgrades, that made us stop on our rushed account and work on our heroes some. That wasn't the original plan, but you need to be flexible whenever these events come up and you can get some big time savings. Take advantage of that. Any time savings you can get, especially as free to play, you want to do. So your heroes are kind of in that area of, you can upgrade them as much as you want to. But don't get held up by them, because the whole point of rushing is to get to Town Hall 17 as quickly as possible. So don't get hung up on the heroes, but you can upgrade them some if you want to. And now all these other defenses down here at the bottom of the screen, along with the traps, I would ignore all these completely until you get to Town Hall 17. They're not really going to help you in your progress to get to Town Hall 17. They're not going to help your defense that much. So I would just skip all these for now so you can progress to Town Hall 17 as quickly as possible. All right, we've switched over to our Rush Town Hall 17 account that we are currently working on. It's our free-to-play account. It took us about 167 days to get to Town Hall 17. Now, your journey is going to be a little faster here in the future, because Supercell's getting ready to remove some of the extra Town Hall levels that you have to upgrade along the way at Town Hall 12, Town Hall 13, Town Hall 14, Town Hall 15. On the Town Hall itself, we used to have to upgrade it 4 or 5 times before you could go to the next Town Hall, but that's not going to be the case anymore. So that's going to help speed up your progress along the way. But as you can see right here, now we are working on some of our new defenses. We do have our merged ricochet cannon, our merged archer towers. We've upgraded our expos on this account and our inferno towers just a few levels, not a bunch, but enough to make it just a little more substantial on defense. We've also upgraded our monolith 1 level. We're adding our fire spitter right now. So once you get to Town Hall 17, now it becomes the process of actually kind of fixing your rush, because the whole goal of rushing is not to just get to Town Hall 17 and leave it rushed. Like, once you get to Town Hall 17, you want to start taking steps towards getting your base as close to maxed as you can to enjoy all the power you have at Town Hall 17 on offense and defense. And so right here now we are working on, if your offensive upgrades still have a ways to go, you need to work on those. As you can see, we're upgrading our pet house right now. That's going to give us some more firepower on offense. We're adding more key defenses along the way. So that's going to be the fire spitter we're adding right here. We're also working on our gear ups. That's going to be kind of your next priority if you haven't done those already, because to get the 6th builder, we need to gear up these offensive buildings. So you can see we've already geared up our cannon, but we still have our mortar and our archer tower to go. And we can start those gear ups anytime, but I have the builder base, the master builder, busy right now, so we can't work on those, but they're ready when we get to that point. And so these key defensive buildings are going to be our next priorities as far as any of this stuff. So we're going to leave all this at level 1 probably, unless I need filler, unless I just have a builder that's going to be available for a short time. I'm waiting for something else. You know, I might work on some of these, but I'm trying to get the geared up buildings ready, especially this archer tower and cannon, so we can get the multi-gear tower added. That's another merge defense. We're going to try to get our fire spitters added, and then we'll be working on the archer towers and the cannons for our next set of merged defenses with the multi-archer tower and ricochet cannon. That way we can be kind of a full Town Hall 17, have all the upgraded defenses, well, the initial levels of them, so we can actually copy some base layouts, get some actual war bases going here, and have all the defenses, because once you merge that eagle, you lose a lot of defensive firepower. So that's why we're really pushing to get our fire spitter in here, the multi-gear tower, and all those defenses. And then obviously at the same time, like a huge push is going to be your hero hall. We have a long way to go on these heroes. I mean, the king goes to 100, the archer queen goes to 100, the minion prince goes to 90, the warden to 75, and the royal champion to 50. So you can tell we have a lot of work to do. We're going to start squeezing in these hero upgrades. You need to start working them in because it's going to take a while. Now, of course, when CWO comes around, you're going to need your heroes available. You're going to need hero potions. You're going to need power potions so that you can help your clan in CWO. And then afterwards, start farming again. Get your heroes upgrading. Look at what key defenses you need to upgrade. Continue to work on your lab. Continue to work on various armies to make sure that they have maxed out troops. Because if you can get a couple armies where they're maxed out, then you don't need the power potions every single time, and you can kind of start catching up your lab, kind of expanding your armies over time. But that's kind of the goal here. You just want to prioritize these offensive buildings, maybe a few key defensive buildings along the way. You can sprinkle in some hero upgrades if you want to. It just really matters how fast you want to rush. But to me, if it's a rushed account, you're wanting to get to Town Hall 17 as quickly as possible. I would only prioritize those buildings that you need to get to Town Hall 17 and then start working on fixing your rush. And if you're to that point, if you want to start fixing your rush, I have a new series started on that. We're a couple weeks in. We just finished day 14 but on this account, and we're going to continue making this into a legit Town Hall 17 base. And you know, the way you do it is you just have to keep working on things. You're not going to get this done overnight. There's a ton of things to upgrade, but we're going to keep grinding away. And before long, this is going to look like a legitimate Town Hall 17 war base. All right, guys, I hope that helps you out a little bit on kind of what you want to prioritize, what you want to work on here in the home village as far as rushing your base, getting the Town Hall 17. If so, please feel free to reach out, give me a comment, like the video, or if you're not subscribed to the channel and you want to watch this free-to-play content, please subscribe and turn on those notifications. All right, guys, until next time, clash on, my friends.